Hello, my friends. Welcome to another live stream of the weekly free instant tournament. And let me just, as usual, check to see if the streaming is fine. And yes, it is. Let's share the screen and move to BBO. We will play 8 boards with match point scoring. And these boards are updated every Friday. So if you haven't played this tournament yet, you still have time to play it. So stop the video if you want to do that. I think it's the best way to take the most out of it. And come to it later after you've played the boards. You find the tournament here in the Solitaire tab. Weekly free instant tournament. Just widen our screen. We have 17 high card points. That is probably, if you think of only strength, it's a bit over the strength for a 15 to 17 no trumps because of the good 5-card suit. And on the other hand, there's the Queen Jack doubleton of spades, which is worth less than if it were not a doubleton. But that said, still take away the Jack of spades, for example. This would weaken the hand clearly. Sometimes we get hypnotized by these doubleton and singleton honors. But if we took away our Jack of spades, we still would have prime 16 high card points with a very nice 5-card suit. That would be within range for the 15 to 17 no trump. The Jack of spades, I think, even though it's not worth its full value because of of it being in a doubleton, another mental manipulation, take away a diamond and put it in a spade. Now you have a typical distribution 5-3-3-2 for the 1 trump opening bid, no short honors, and a very nice high card suit. That hand I would deem too strong to open a 15 to 17 no trumps. I think we would miss a lot of games if we did that. So we are not there. This hand is not as good, but it's borderline. There is another consideration, though. It's not only the strength, the evaluation that is relevant here. We want to block the opponents from finding their major suit fit at any level. So this is not, we are not too worried about them finding a game, but we are worried about them finding, let's say, a 2 or 3 heart or spades, nice contract that they perhaps would not find if we open 1 no trumps. So this is an argument in favor of opening 1 no trumps. On the other hand, we might not fare as well in no trumps as in a club contract, as in a minor suit contract, actually. And so if we open 1 club here and they interfered with a major, our next move would depend on whether partner would be making any noise or not. If partner responded a major, we would have to reverse. We couldn't beat any number of no trumps would be, I think, misleading as to strength. So we would have to go 1 club, 1 major, 2 diamonds here, which is not bad. It's reasonable. We might get to a good part score here or to a good game played from the right side. So that is apparently a good enough auction that I can foresee that leans me towards a 1 club opening bid. But that means, in a sense, leaning away from no trumps unless partner bids it. So this may backfire, as the analysis mentions, if the 1 no trump would block them from a major suit fit and 1 club allows them to find it. Okay, now here we have to, this is kind of what we are hoping for. And this is forcing. It's important to realize that we can't stop short of game right now once he didn't bid. I think that the robot bids in this auction 2 hearts as a weak bid. I'm not sure. But 2 spades, as you can see here, is forcing the 3 no trumps. So we don't have any kind of heart stopper. The proper bridge bid here is 3 spades, but he will think that we have 3 cards in spades here and heart shortness. Not that comfortable. And maybe queen jack of spades are worth 3, especially because we want to play it from his side. I think that's our best bid. Let's pretend we have 3 spades here. And then in 4 spades from north is probably fine. Well, queen of diamonds leads. That's an interesting hand to play. There are basically 2 ways of going about this hand. One is trying to guess clubs, drop a diamond on a club trick, then ducking a heart after that, so as to make at least 1 heart rough in dummy. And that would enable us to win, hopefully. 2 club tricks, 2 diamond tricks, 1 heart trick for 5, 1 heart rough for 6, and 4 trumps in our hand, at least, for 10. That's one way of going about it. The other is trying to establish clubs and draw trumps. So if we, what is the risk here is, especially after the diamond attack, we are getting attacked on our entries to the dummies clubs. And so if we, for example, finesse and trumps at trick 2 and lose and they play a diamond, now we are in a much worse position about that guessing clubs. So I think it's best for us to go the roughing the here and there route. Now, where should we hope the king of clubs to be? Clearly, if we play a club to the queen, if we get to our hand somehow, a heart to the ace, and the club finessed, he may be able to play a trump when we don't want him to do that, or a diamond. But on the other hand, that would establish a lot of club tricks in them. So ace of diamonds, heart to the ace, 10 of clubs, finessed. If he wins, his best defense is probably a diamond to take away dummy's entry to the club suit. He won't be able to lead a trump, especially if he has the king. He'll lead a diamond. And then we will still have our 2 trumps in dummy. We'll cash at least 1 club, hopefully, dispose of the diamond. And we may be able to duck a heart to east so that he can play a trump. So that's a nice scenario. The other is to start with ace of diamonds, ace of clubs, queen of clubs right now. Let's say we lose to east, he'll play a diamond. We're roughly in the same spot. Because we don't need the 4th club. We are not planning to win the 4th club. So it's both of these ways of playing are equally convenient. So we will have to guess which one is the most likely to win. This is a passed hand. If he has a king of spades, if he doesn't have the king of spades, I think we'll always make this hand. So we have to assume that East has a king of spades and queen jack of diamonds, and maybe some heart holding, unless West has king queen jack. So it looks like it's easier for West to have the king of clubs, and I'll go after that. Good news, bad news. So he had 6 clubs to the king, Mr. East. And apparently he's short in diamonds, therefore. That is West's distribution. It's strange that he's roughing. One of his partner's tricks. Which he wouldn't be doing that with king 4th. It looks like the king is offside as well. I think we're in damage control here, though we might make 6 from tricks with 1 rough. Ace, king, ace, ace. That's another way for us to get to 10. Not easy for us to make 6 from tricks. But maybe if we can cash our tricks. Yeah, I was expecting a singleton here. That's why I wanted to cash this king of diamonds in the most safe way possible. Now I'll duck a heart. If they play a trump, maybe there'll be some kind of juicy ending with diamonds and hearts. I don't know. Looks like it won't, but So spades were 3-3. This guy here has 6 clubs, 3 spades, 6-3. We know he's had 3-3-1-6. There's no way. We have 1 less trick than we would like. If we had lost one trick already, then we would be able to squeeze, perhaps squeeze east. West. Maybe he'll have 2 hard honors. That's an interesting position. If I play ace of hearts and a heart, East will have to win the trick and give me a club trick. Let's see. That's our best shot. The king. Now I need the king, otherwise he will have queen jack. No, he'll cover and cash the jack. Okay, we go down 1. Nasty beginning. Nasty beginning. Okay, now we have 18 high card points. And we have to open 1 spade. And to bet no trumps. Playing roughly this kind of hand. I think this is a transfer. He plays it as a transfer. So we have to complete the transfer. This shows nothing about a heart holding. He's suggesting a choice between hearts and no trumps. You know, this isn't as clear cut as I think many people would think. Queen jacks are great for no trump and not so good for. And the fact that he's presumably short in spades means that our queen jacks are probably hidden length there. So I think I'm gonna pass, which is kind of odd, but I think. Let's see. If he doesn't have a double to club or something like that. Well, yeah, that's the kind of hand that I was like afraid of. We can lose 3 top diamonds immediately with a diamond rough, perhaps. And then we will depend on the club finesse. And here, 3 no trumps has 5 hearts, ace king, and 2 clubs. We are 9 tricks off the top. We can get a 10th trick by developing a diamond. If the king of clubs is in east, as it appears to be, we're already with a good score by having chosen no trumps, because everybody will lose at least 2 diamonds and a club. So let's do this. Establish our 10th trick. So this was the 10. Remember, so he has king 9-8. If we win the ace, he still has 9-8 and the diamonds, but that's still only 2 clubs and 2 diamonds for him. So we should be doing that. Should be establishing our next diamond trick. So now all we need is hearts not 5-0 to win to give the last trick. That's probably a good score. Yeah, put us to the 60% range, and there was a heart ruff, a diamond ruff. So the 4 hearts is going to get in trouble in many different ways. So now we have a 17-6-3-2-2 prime, very strong for jumping only in 3 clubs. I'm thinking in the next round, 1 club, something, 3 clubs. I think this hand is too strong for that. And now, unfortunately, people play the redouble here, not as strength. I would like to redouble as showing extra, but that's not how the robot plays. So we have to jump to 3 clubs, regardless of how we feel about this bid. And we have heart help, so now we should suggest no trumps. Nice. Of course, we could make a slam, but very no trumps. And we have many possibilities. Let's see if diamonds are breaking. And unless clubs are 4-1, the hand is over. If clubs are not 4-1, let's discard 1 club. Maybe they will believe us. And throw away a club. Okay, now we can back. Clubs are not 4-1. This is an easy slam, but still, I like 520. And let's see how people got to the slam, if somebody got there. So we were in 60s, and so we got another 60s. So let's see how people got to the slam. No, nobody got there. That's a very flat board. As I was mentioning during the bidding, this hand was too strong for 1 club, 3 clubs. I would like to have some other way of bidding it, but I didn't. Okay, next case is a 4-4-3-2 15 high card point. We start with 1 no trump, deny a major, and the robot is a very conservative inviter in my experience. So typically with 15, we wouldn't even consider any move here, but he defends badly, and my 15 are prime. If the robot didn't know about my major suit length, I would probably take the push here. But now I can't. This moment. But now I can't expect such a friendly defense as it would have been if it had been 1 no trump to no trumps natural. Let me check. I like those 9s too, but I have to pass in match points. And himself, given the circumstances, I would probably accept. In match points, okay, now we have 4 clubs, 3 spades, and 1 heart. 8 tricks are guaranteed. And we could probably just run for home because there is a risk of losing 4 diamonds and 2 hearts if we play around. Let's see. Now we can probably play around a little bit, because they didn't duck the heart. I don't believe in anybody having 5 diamonds in this being 5 diamonds with 4 honors. So let's play around a little bit. The worst that can happen is that they can cash a few diamonds, but it won't be 5, I believe. Okay, that's trick number 9. Trick number 9. And the jack was on side as well. That's safer. We won. 16 high card points, another low trump opening. It's a theme of the evening so far. Problem here is, should we attack clubs hoping to get an entry to dummy, so as to try to get as many diamond tricks as possible? The answer to me is a clear no, because diamonds may block, and that club entry to dummy may be for cashing the diamonds, not for finessing in them. So since I'm not a believer in singleton kings, I just lead a low diamond, which I think makes it harder for them to duck. A diamond. Okay, that's fine. They didn't duck a diamond. Now we have 6 top tricks. We can duck to give power to this queen 9 here. Okay. Should be. Looks like West is a king of diamonds. And maybe the ace of hearts. Do they play a low club? Probably yes. Let's see if they will be able to cash many hearts. I don't think they will. Only one more. Yeah. We had 7 tricks at that point. And now we can claim only 7. Maybe people did play a low club at the beginning. I don't know. Let me stop for a word from our sponsors. Remember that tomorrow at 10 a.m. I host a Q&A session at the Bridge Academy. Here it is. So if you just join the Bridge Academy, bridgeacademy.locals.com, this is completely free. Registration is free. And you can get the Zoom link here and join us for the Q&A. Let me just take a moment to see what's happening with my little girl over there, who's sobbing at my side. Marinha, espera um pouquinho, não posso parar. Vai lá para o sofá. Filha, é muitíssimo importante. Vai lá. Não posso parar agora. Bom? Então, eu vou te ajudar. Vai lá. Vai. Okay, we have a 15, 6-4, a 1 hard opening bid. And I think firm believer in not advertising your hand when you are not clearing up slam. Of course, we can find slam if we find a perfect fit there, but I don't believe in that. Very easy for us to get a horrible hand as we just did. And we have 6 hard tricks, ace, king of spades, 8, 1 rough in dummy of the 4th spade is 9. So we still need a 10th trick. You probably can get it out of diamonds, probably. But it's not a given. So we can rough high here. Maybe we'll need those entries. Dummy, just general. Here we have now 3 top tricks. And so we should eliminate the hand. The hearts 3-0 with this guy having a void in hearts. This indicates that he shouldn't have the ace of diamonds. He has some club suit. If he had the ace of diamonds, he probably would have a bid. But that's good news. And so I'll just finish drawing trumps. I'm not worried too much about. See, I'm unblocking this 8 of hearts, so just leave entries to both sides. Not worry too much about the ace of diamonds offside after this void is revealed. You have to duck a spade. And no good reason for us to play. Four spades to the queen. He doesn't have the ace of diamonds. Can he beat? 4 spades to the queen, 5 or 6 clubs. This guy would duck with the ace of diamonds. He knows our distribution, knows our shape by now. Ace jack of diamonds, queen jack 4th or spades, and some kind of club suit. He would definitely have bid something. At least that's my belief. Wrong. And down 1. Oh, he had ace queen jack and horrible clubs. No way for us to do anything at that point. We couldn't eliminate, unfortunately, the hand with hearts 3-0. Okay, number 7, it's a 16-5-4-2-2. Another hard opening bid. Opponents are trying to block us out. Partner should be broke. If I double here, which is the only sensible action, might hit partner with club length, but that's unlikely, especially because he should have 2 or 3 diamonds at the most, and 2 or 3 hearts at the most. But he should have some. If he bids clubs, he should have 5, certainly 5, at least 6, maybe 6. So all double. Just to be a nuisance. And we have some extras after all. Wow, nice hand, partner. But still, we have 5 hard tricks and an ace of diamonds 6. If we can make two spades, which spades may be 3-3, then we can go down only 1. If that is the case, I'll duck this because I don't want them to have an easy life figuring out what I have. And after all, they know, they should know, that I have something in spades for my double. So there's nothing to be done here other than hoping for a short 10 of spades or spades 3-3. Let's just discard this. Sometimes they will. Okay. Down 1, and they would lose 2 hearts, 1 diamond, or 110, 130. That's fine. 85%. Being a nuisance. Okay, 16. Partner has 15 to 17, so we are the 31 to 33 range. So this is probably worth a four-note trumpet. And partner rejected with 16 and 5 hearts. I wouldn't reject with that, ever. Anyway, here we are. We can make, if hearts are running, unlikely, 5 hearts, 4 clubs, 2 spades, losing a king and a diamond. That's 12. Hearts are not running. Can he be leading from Jack 10, 8, 7? Probably not, but why not? There's no good reason not to try that. And we will need to do the spade finesse at some point. I don't believe that hearts are 3-3 with this lead. Not immediately, at least. I would leave. Robots' leads are kind of a mystery to me. I will take the spade finesse anyway, so we can do it now. And maybe test hearts later. Now I can't afford not to try for hearts 3-3. 7 from Jack 7. Jack 7, 8. Now it looks like it's 3-3. Now it looks like he started with Jack 8, 7, and he says 10, 6, 5. And if that is the case, the hand is over. That is not the case. There's no way for us to do anything other than give up a heart, because we can't even run our black winners and end up in north to try to squeeze somebody. We need, for a squeeze, just a short squeeze lesson here. Our threats are hearts and diamonds. And so we need to end in the hand opposite to the entry. So our only entry here is the ace of diamonds. So we need to run our tricks ending in north for any squeeze to work. And there's no way to do that, since our black suited winners leave us here, and we then don't have any other entry to north. So we have to hope for hearts 3-3, and here they are. Now dummies high. And we missed ace lamb. And after a middling, not really interesting, most interesting decision was that choice between no trump and hearts. We got 60%. Nice, respectable score, but not enough to get into the top ranks. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week or tomorrow in the Q&A session, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Go to the Bridge Academy to find more about that. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.